And welcome back to Rimworld, where we survived our first raid. We had some outside help. We just had them deal with it, just to show you the relationship between us and them could, vary. I mean, these guys just happened to be here, and they weren't very nice, and so they got in a fight with them. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead for it because after a while I realized, we have medicine, we have doctors, so it's probably gonna be successful. Either we recruit them or we can let them go and we get a little less happy points. I mean, we get a little happy points, but we'll still be negative, of course. But I figured we might as well try and get whoever this person is. I can't click on them because Mike's carrying them. By the way, Mike will no longer be Mike. Someone asked if we were going to ever, if I decided to change names, if they could be in there. I was like, you know what? I've seen people do that before. It's kind of a fun idea. So why not? Mike is now Don. So, if you would like to be in the game, let me know in the comments. It's pretty much a first come, first serve. I will, though, make sure to put you on the list, and so when somebody comes available, I will put you on. But, there we go. Don is now in the game. So there you go, Don. No promises you're going to be alive for long. No promises. Alright, so let's pause real quick. So we got the mining out the fridge, which is now, as we can see over here, 34 degrees. So we're getting there. So we're going to expand that today. We also want to expand the storage because we want to put down a trade beacon, and we want to be able to have it indoors so we can put all of our resources together so that way it's there and available or there for sale. And then we're also going to start working on getting stuff ready for our big move because we don't want to sit here in this box forever, but it's going to take a little prep work to get this ready. Like, we're going to have to clear out trees first of all, and then we'll have to clear out all this rubble because we don't want it used for cover for our enemies. We want to provide cover for ourselves, but not the enemies. And then also we're going to have to start planning out, which is actually a cool feature. I don't know if I mentioned this. This is kind of like why I like it because it's similar to, oh my goodness, Prison Architect, where you can actually plan stuff. Look at this. We can draw giant squares. We can draw lines. It's pretty cool. So we can at least plan things out, the spacings and whatnot, and draw in for stuff we're going to need. So that's going to be very useful later on. So one day I'll go ahead and just start planning out this base. But until then, what was this again? Silver. Oh, we should mine that one. We really need some gold. I mean, we have so much compact steel right there. It's ridiculous. But yep, that's the plan. So let's go ahead. So they're going to go ahead and get them into a bed. And then somebody should be treating this person. And I told you to use medicine, I thought. Go ahead and use some medicine. We might as well. And because sometimes they won't stop and go to use medicine, we're going to deploy them and then go back and then prioritize treating. Do we want to use... Who's got the best doctoring skills, actually? Character. Medicine. I'm thinking it was you. No wonder. Because you should have it as highest priority of everybody. Yep. Alright, good. So let's make sure you don't need to eat right now. You need to heal this person. You want to heal as good as possible, or as quickly as possible, I should say. Now, there's a couple things you should also be worried about, is that not only will you have a chance of killing somebody by healing them if you have really bad skills, but also there's a chance that if you have too many people in a room, one person could get an infection and it'll spread to the other people. And now infections can be very, very bad. In fact, if they aren't treated consistently with medicine, they're most likely going to die. The only way to stop an infection is either A, amputate the part that is infected. I.e., one time I had a prisoner who had an infected nose, and like the infection was getting bad. I didn't have that much medicine, so the nose had to go. So he has no sense of smell, but at least he's alive. And who needs a nose, honestly? But I got rid of it, and then another way to do it is just treat it with medicine. Always consistently giving them medicine, and then they just have to power through it. And if they live, they live. And then eventually they will like become immune to the infection, and they'll survive. But that's not for every case, just that one infection. So they can be infected again. It's just why I recommend, if you can, put multiple rooms for your prisoners so that not everybody starts dying at once. It's a good thing to know. Alright, so we're going to build this with wood, because that's all we have right now. And we're going to start getting more stuff going. But for now, we just need to use what we have. And wood is very quick and easy to get. Now, what I meant earlier is stone is, you see these blocks that they keep every once in a while pop out? Like, not every time you mine a wall, you're going to get one of these. Sometimes you just get debris like on the ground here. But usually you'll get one of these, and these are all over the place, so you can see. And what we do is we take those, and just like our stonecutter in Nomoria, they'll carve them into an actual block that we can use for constructing something, like, say, walls. And so that's what we're going to need a lot of. We're going to need lots and lots of blocks. And we want to make them out of granite, which is the hardest stone. So it's the most durable compared to... Well, actually they're all like very similar, but granite's just a little bit higher than everything else. Okay, so they're going ahead and healing. Now, another thing I should mention about medicine is that it's really neat in that one package of medicine will do a lot of healing. So because this guy had so many injuries, as we can see here, the one medicine is actually going to heal every single one of these. And now this is how we can tell how good our doctor is. By using that medicine, we can see that they're doing a decent amount of work, actually. All this white bandages means it's like above average, or I would say probably average. And then this is below average work. This is the different brown bandages. I don't know if I've actually seen above, but they're in severe pain. You can't do much about them. And then they're just healed. They're not going to bleed to death, at least. Now there's beds that we can make, but we have to research those, which is another thing we're going to be getting going ahead today. So now that the thing's almost done, we can go ahead and mine out... Oh, that's right. We needed a lot of room for that, didn't we? The research station's huge, isn't it? Another thing you can do besides this, I should have mentioned, is you can make nutrient paste. It's quick and simple. They throw stuff in there and it comes out as food. Downside is the nutrient paste. It's not the best, and you don't have a very good happy bonus when you eat it, so I just kind of avoid it because it's just another thing you have to worry about. This is just a lot simpler. If you have a cook, it's fine. Research bench. Okay, it's not that bad. So say we put it right in here. That would work, actually. I'm going to get rid of this stockpile. So we could put it right here next to the power. I can't remember if it needs power, but it might. So we'll go ahead and get this mining out some more as well. Now we can expand this food zone. Like so. Boom! And then we had a dumping stockpile? Yes, we did. Storage. Don't allow rotten. If something dies and we don't pay attention, they'll actually put it there. Okay, another thing, why is there only one spot missing? Another thing we're going to start doing is getting more crops going, so let's go ahead and get this fast forward, first of all. I keep forgetting I can do that. You can't do that. Alright, so let's get another crop. What's going on? What's going... What? Alright, I don't know what happened here. But this person... Green... Heron? Oh, I see. They came from a different city. This is a... So this is one of the tribes people. They're very primitive. They have bows, pilas, javelins, melee weapons. They have nothing really advanced. I don't know if they even have guns. I think they're that primitive. But they're another part of the faction that's usually trying to kill us. And for some reason, this one showed up and picked a fight with 3 people and lost. So now we have another person that's possible. It's a gatherer, so that means they're pretty good with herbs. Oh my goodness. Dumb labor, incapable of. Heat tolerant, careful shooter. Some not bad traits there. Shooting is 7 with a little passion. That's not bad. We have a lot of people with shooting skills. We need more guns. Medicine with a passion. That's not bad. Growing is good. We always need growers constantly. Got mining. Wow, we're actually going to pick this person up, to be honest. They got a bunch of little passions, so they're good all around. This person, I should mention, it's going to be horrible. They're going to be like Dragon, but all the time, because they have nothing that they can really do for us. They can do animals and medicine, barely. Otherwise, they're pretty much recruiting and shooting people the rest of the time. Alright, so that means we're going to need another medical bed, because we can actually recruit this person. We didn't knock them out, but we did knock this person out, so that's fine. Where do we want to put you? I could put you in the same room, but again, infections could become a serious issue. So why don't we put you actually just in this room for now? I can always move you afterwards. So we need another bed. Oh, I don't have any more wood. Oh my goodness. What are we going to build this out of then? Cancel this order. go ahead and chop some trees down real quick. They can bleed out for a little bit. And then I want you to... Not a plant cutter. Okay, you're cutting the plants. Get rid of those plants for me, please. Don't... What's going on? Oh, there's another person. See, they got a bow. My neighbors are fighting. Oh, these guys are just going to sleep while bleeding to death. Oh, okay, they got it. Now this person is completely dead because there's nothing above their head. See? Dead. It was a spy. So now what are we going to do with a dead body? Well, we'll take care of that in the morning. It's not going anywhere. Yep, prioritize that. And then we want to get this bed going. Lickety split. We're going to stick it right in here. As soon as they get that, we should be able to get the wood. There we go, hauling wood. And then we'll make this a prisoner's bed and a medical at the same time. Boom. Okay, so this will be prisoners and medical. The only bad thing you have to worry about is people being in rooms. Like, this is just temporary until I get more structures going. Like, we'll probably knock off a couple and make this prisoner quarters and keep this a settlers. You don't want your prisoners together because A, sometimes the infection, like I said, will spread, and B, they'll start fighting each other sometimes, and then that just causes more injuries, and then you have to go patch them up, and somebody's angry. It's never a good plan to put all your prisoners in one spot, because they also get the mood boost. You want to keep these guys happy, so the happier they are, the easier it is to recruit them, which is another thing we'll get into later. But, and then also because you don't want your people with them all the time, because imagine if somebody gains up on one of them, they might all start gaining up on your person, and you'll kill your prisoner, or your colonist. Alright, so who's the warden again? I don't even remember you guys' jobs. You've got... No. Is it Nate? I want to say it's Nate. Yes, Nate. Nate, go ahead and capture. Rescue? Unreserved non-prisoner bed. Oh. Alright, maybe we can't capture this person. I want to say maybe they're... Maybe not hostile, actually, this group. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't think I've had that happen before. Alright, so while they're doing that... So the bodies we have to do for now is what we like to call a graveyard. Just get a grave, and we basically are going to put this someplace out of the way, so that when we're building, we don't have to tear them up so quickly. So, for instance, we can put it over here. Now, you see, some of these things we can't build here because this is actually stone, whereas this is dirt. So you can't just dig a hole in the stone very easily. So we're going to stick it over here. We'll get a couple going. And somebody will eventually dig that and then get rid of the body, because we don't want the body sitting out there. A, it's going to start to rot and stink, which isn't a bad thing, but it's gross, and then also our people don't like to see dead bodies. So we don't want people seeing that and then freaking out. Okay, so we'll go ahead and make, what is this, 6 wide again? And then we'll set up this. That way we have a rotation in our plants. People are leaving now after they've knocked out 2 people and shot somebody else. And let's go ahead and get rice growing here, which is another fast one. And then eventually, once we get more people, we'll start growing corn along with fast stuff, because we always want to have food constantly going. You never want it not going. If that makes any sense at all. Okay. Speed things up a little bit more. Wait a second. What happened to the person? Where did the person go to? Did they leave? I just realized the body's gone. Those are from the other... I don't even know what happened, guys. Where did the body go? So far as menstrual is fully healed. Okay. So there's our prisoner. So we can make this a non-medical bed so that they'll actually sleep in there. Because they won't sleep in a medical bed unless they're actually injured. So now, let's make sure that Nate's got that as a job, since we have a prisoner now. So warden for Nate is going to be a number 2, and then that'll be a number 2. So if you're not wardening, you're cooking, and then let's do that. Just knock that down so you don't have too many 2s. Alright, so what they're basically going to do now is they're going to bring them food and keep them alive, because that's important. And then also, Prisoner, make sure that we're feeding them. We want to do this. We want to chat and recruit. So basically what we're going to do is try to convince them to join us. And we're going to get a percentage that says how much of a percentage it is to actually recruit this person. It may be high, it may be low. We got a mad animal attacking us. And there we go. Nate failed to recruit them because the prisoner is below 35% moon. So we need to make them a little bit happier. And what is this mad animal? A local squirrel's gone mad. Again? Alright. Oh, it's coming right at us, guys. Go ahead and toggle that, and I want you to go flip that right now. And let's go ahead and go slow-mo. And you stop right there. You stop right there. Boom! Headshot. Alright. Now go ahead and turn that off because we don't want to waste power. Boom. Sweet. Now we got more squirrel meat. You can go back to your job. Alright, so they already dug and buried one body, which is great. I forgot to... Shoot. We can actually take the clothes from the dead, but I forgot to do it, and it's fine. Tribal wear is really not that good, unless it's some kind of rare animal that they used for the hide part. And now we can finish constructing. So many distractions in this game. So many distractions. Let's finish off this wall. Like so. And then let's go ahead and get a little hole mined out of here so that we can actually go inside this. And then we'll remove all this junk. This should be a little bit higher priority so that they actually get to it sooner than later. We'll make this a little bit higher. Important. And now we have to tell them to haul all this junk again. So haul that, and then haul all that. Sweet. And now we can actually tell these animals to get out of their restricted area, so they can roam free and eat grass and whatnot. Yeah, if you have wild animals, I didn't mention this, well, we tame them, like, say we tame some alpacas or something. Because they're herbivores, we can actually tell them to go stand around here, and they'll start eating grass, and so we don't have to feed them. Eventually you can grow hay, which is, it grows fairly quickly, I want to say. Or it grows slower, but it grows a lot, and you can feed them. But I had trouble with that where I grew it, and like nothing ate the hay. So I had hay in my fridge for like years. So we're not going to even bother because we have nothing that is going to eat it. What did we get? What did we get? Jump to location. Oh, nice. What did we get? We got some chinchilla fur. Sweet. We can sell that on the market. Alright, thinking of market, let's go ahead and get our stockpile zone. Oh, we need to get rid of some of the stone right here. Square it off a little bit. Might as well, right? And then, let's get a stockpile zone in here. Actually, let's just expand this into like here. And then we'll not delete it, but delete part of it. Okay. And then we'll build one of these things. What was it? Miscellaneous? Yes. Orbital trade beacon. And as we can see, we need to get that just a little bit closer so we can have stuff in there. Okay. Everyone's going to go sleep again. But yeah, once we get this person happy enough, we can, like, talking to them continuously. Over time, we'll make them happy. You don't have to do anything fancy with that. But over time, they'll eventually get happy. Oh, weapons. What did we get? We have a pour. Oh, we got a good pila. Okay. And a normal knife. We should actually equip some people before. Actually, everybody is equipped, right? You came with a knife. I forgot about that. And you're incapable in violence, Dawn, so you don't need to worry about that. You got an awful one, though, so I might, as soon as you wake up, equip you with this normal plasteel knife. Pilas, I can't remember if they're a good melee weapon or not. See, now it's 13% chance, because now they're happy enough to be joining us, but they're not quite they're persuasive enough. Okay, cleaning up this area. Let's go ahead. I decided to put that bed there, so let's go ahead and do miscellaneous production, the research center. We're gonna stick it right here. Now, what the research center is just like the tinkering bench. They're gonna sit there for a long period of time, and they'll think about stuff, and then they'll learn some new stuff. And then, what the heck? A fault in electrical conduit has caused a short circuit. All 2,908 WDs of energy is connected to the battery has been discharged in the electrical explosion. Sweet! So there's a fire, but now it's all done. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's out. But you have to catch them quickly, otherwise they can spread. So we lost the battery. No, we lost all the power and it just blew up that conduit. It's fine. Is the conduit still there? Let's check. It is no longer there, so let's put that back in there. I don't know if they can actually reach that, to be honest. Oh, they could. Look at that. Alright. Let's go back to this thing. Production. Research. I'm going to stick it right there. Apparently it doesn't need power because I didn't see any wires. Go ahead and haul this too. Why is this just sitting on the floor? Honestly, people, we need to tidy this place up. That too. And we're out of power because all of our power just went into that one spot. That's the downside. You can't have too much power. I should mention this. You can't like have a bazillion batteries hoping that if you ever have like a solar eclipse or something that you'll be prepared. It don't work that way. This game wants to kill you. Remember this. So if you have too much power stockpiled, then it will eventually do that where it will just blow up something. See, we're feeding people too. It's important. And we're gonna chit chat with them. You really gave them raw meat? I don't know if that's pretty nice. And we did it! Sephora joined us with a 13% chance. That's amazing. Alright, so let's go ahead and make this a colonist bed now. And then we'll just leave it because they'll sleep there. Actually, no. They might sleep there. We don't want that. Set owner. Sephora. So now we have a really chatty person who doesn't have a gun. So they're going to have to use this. It's not the best thing, but it's better than nothing. So we got them a weapon. Let's go ahead and do the restrictions some more. So sleep. Because you're going to be setting up for the next one. Will be looking like this. Now, except for this part, because there's only one of you. We're going to let you have joy time with these two people as well. But eventually, once we get another person, we'll get there. Very nice. Okay, so they're going to fix the walls, and now we can research stuff. Which is under the research tab. So what do we want to do first is probably the stone cutting, so that we can get that going. Because it takes a lot of stone blocks to actually build stuff. We don't need to worry about that because we're not doing the nutrient paste. Cremation is important, but we don't need to worry about that quite away. That later. That's for happiness. Hydroponics, not too much. We don't really need picks. We've got a lot of stuff we can mine, and we don't need a lot of it at this current moment, so that might be second or third on the list. We could do gun turret cooling, but it's huge. It takes 2,000 research things, so it takes a while. Hospital bed. I might do that second or third. But first of all, let's do stone cutting. Boom! Build stone cutting tables, which allow you to refine rock chunks into stone blocks that can be used for construction. And now somebody... I better do this for you too. One. Oops. One. You don't have doctrines, don't do it. You have patience, yes. Wardening, you're going to be our new warden, to be honest, because that's the only thing you've got. So those guys can be second. You always want some backup wardens in case you forget that your warden's either incapacitated or too busy to be doing it. You want somebody else that's always on there so that they can at least feed them. If anything, at least they can feed them. So that's important. And then handling, we can do that, I guess, because you have nothing else to do. You can go hunting, which is actually cool. I'll pump that up to 2. And I'll get rid of these ones, actually. You might as well go hunting when we need it. Plant cutting, good. You can plant cut, too. You can do everything. And you can clean, which is good. We're going to bump you up to 2. You need to clean stuff. So when they puke, there'll be nasty stuff on the floor. They'll clean it up. The rocks, as you saw, cleaned up here. Just little dirty stuff that'll eventually accumulate from us living here. Will get cleaned up. Do we have anybody that's actually a researcher? Yes, we do. Dawn is going to be our researcher. So, Dawn, what are you doing right now? You're meditating, so you should go to research pretty soon. Boom! Just like that. Another little tip, you might want to... You guys are eating... Oh, because we have no food. let's not eat raw meat, and let's go ahead and tell people to go and harvest some more berries. I know there's some more berries around here. No, don't harvest those. Don't harvest the plants that aren't done yet. Right? I don't think they're done. We'll double check it, but there's no berries here? There's some berries. See, once we get these potatoes done, we won't bother doing that. Oh, they're 94%. They're almost done. But we'll let them finish. Very nice. Yeah, we completely ran out of food, so they're doing that. I don't know why they're not butchering, though. Add bill. Oh, I never did it. Do forever. But yeah, don't do human corpses. We're not going to be cannibals. They just tied these things up because now they can stack the meat in one pile rather than the bodies. So yeah, we'll get some cooks going. We'll get cooking, and we'll get somebody a little bit higher in the cooking skills so that we can actually, in fact, let's figure out who's going to be the best cook first of all. And we'll have them set up so that they're just cooking. So we have a 4, we have a 1, we have a 1, and we have a 3. So I guess it's going to be you, Nate. So 4. So add bills. And we want this to be a minimum of 4. Boom. Okay. We'll let Nate cook just solely by himself because we only have 5 people. We don't have to cook that much. So that his cooking skill will get up there so that when it's 5 or 6 we can start cooking meat and less likely having people throwing up all over the place. It's always a nice thing to have that. Okay, so then we're going to be researching this. Let's check on the research. Boom! Get in there. So we'll get that going. I told you to move stuff. You just made more mess. Okay, so that'll be there. Let's actually go ahead and put a door over here so that's easier to get in and out for this production area. Furniture? Structure. Let's go ahead and put a wood door right there. They can walk through that mess. I don't mind. Actually, I do mind. Let's not have them walk through the mess. Alright, sweet. And let's go ahead and put in a little light in here, too. Oh, I just barely reached with that one. I can go like this. Extend that a little bit. Furniture. Stone cutting. Okay. I think we're actually... You went really quickly with that. So let's go ahead and do... No, let's do gun turrets. I'd rather have the turrets protect us than have to heal because the turrets didn't protect us. And we got another raid. 2 colonists are idle. Food is low. It's going to get up there. Because we got potatoes. Look at this. A group of pirates from the... I forgot about these guys. The face beaters of hostility have arrived in drop pods nearby. They will prepare for a while and then attack. Prepare a defense or attack them preemptively. Jump to location. Is it 1 or 2 people? They came in drop pods. Oh my. There's 3 of them now. And they came prepared. We got somebody with a steel shiv, a steel knife, and somebody with a pistol. Alright, still not too bad. But still, we don't want to get too full of ourselves. So let's think about this. I think we're fine for now without having to build more turrets. We'll kind of just lure them down here again. But I'm going to put it in the semi-fast mode, just in case. So we have time to put people in here. Actually, before we forget, let's put animals into this, and let's manage these areas. Rename this. This will be... Animal Area 1 will be now known as Animal Panic Mode. It's for everything. Raids and whatever else may come. Okay. So we got that going. Let's go ahead and get rid of this silly thing over here before I forget. Now that we got more room. That way nobody's going in here and disturbing their sleep. Colonists aisle. Low medicine. We don't have low medicine. It's just on the floor. Don't panic. Don't panic, people. Alright, so they're gathering that. They're butchering the animals. I'm not going to do hunting because there's no point in it right now. But I feel like as soon as we go to sleep here, somebody's going to be attacking us. Look at this. This is how they go. So they're going to go and gather up all these potatoes. And now we got 23 potatoes. Okay. Animals, I want you to go... Why are you not in panic mode? I want you to go into panic mode. Shh. Alright, this is the deal. That was the timer. I didn't realize it was getting that close. We're going to deal with this later because we've got to wait for them. Oh, there's a bunch of steel up here. We'll grab that later too. But we'll deal with these raiders and we'll see if we can make some more friends. And I will see you guys next time.